In the last video, I talked about living our faith in all the ordinary moments of our lives. Faith isn't something we practice or think about only in church or other religious settings. It's lived in every aspect of our lives. As I was preparing for this video, I kept thinking about an old song from the 80s. You probably all know it. It was called "Every Breath You Take." And some of the lyrics kept running through my mind. Every breath you take, every move you make, every single day, every word you say. And I thought, that's exactly where our faith is lived. In every breath we take, in every move we make, in every step and every word, every single day. Because each of those ordinary moments can move us either toward God or away from Him. In the last video, I also talked about the importance of practicing the virtues to help move us in the right direction. And of course, it's not all about our effort. God is the one who first draws us toward Himself. His grace awakens in us the desire to know, love, and serve Him. So we experience His love and we want to respond. And practicing the virtues is one way we do that. And that's where the 4 cardinal virtues come in: prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. These are virtues that we really need to practice if we want to grow in holiness. So today we're going to begin with prudence. The Catechism tells us that prudence is right reason in action. Basically, when we practice prudence, we use our reason to discern what is truly good in a particular situation, and then the right way to respond. St. Augustine put it another way. He said, "Prudence is love choosing wisely between the things that help and those that hinder." I love that quote because I think it helps us see just how practical prudence really is. It gives us a very simple question to ask ourselves. Is this helping me move toward God, or is it getting in the way? I can't think of a time when practicing prudence has been more important than the time we're living in right now. We're being inundated with information and voices pulling us in any number of directions, from the TV to the internet to podcast to our friends and family and educators, the church. The list goes on and on. We're living in a time when reality can be distorted, so finding the truth can feel harder than ever. Right? We hear about fake news, AI-generated images and videos, conflicting research. And in the midst of all that, we're trying to live our lives and make decisions, and we're often relying on some of those very sources to help us choose. But we don't have to fear. God's grace is at work in us, always, helping us to see more clearly and choose wisely. And it's not only about the big decisions in life. We practice prudence in ordinary choices every day. Things like, what am I going to choose to watch on TV? What am I going to read or listen to today? Are these things leading me toward greater faith, hope, and love, or further away? For me, most recently, I've noticed that I really need to practice prudence when I'm watching TV. I used to just choose a show and then just keep watching, even when it started going off in directions I really didn't want to go. Like maybe it became too violent or too sexual, or I just noticed that, what I was watching wasn't really good for me. Now I'm much more intentional about changing the show or just shutting off the TV. We practice prudence in the choices we make about our time, our work, our money. Again and again, we're faced with choices about what is the truly good way to respond. And in all of these ordinary things, we have opportunities to draw nearer to God or to move further away. Our choices matter. Over time, our choices help shape the direction of our lives. And that's why we don't simply want to react, maybe in the heat of our emotions, or maybe responding too quickly out of fear or anger or sadness. Instead, we pause, we pray, we think, we discern before God, and then we respond in the way that we truly believe is good and right. So, as you go about your day today, pay attention. Notice where you're being pulled. Pause, pray, think, discern, then respond. That's practicing prudence through, for, and with God. In the next video, I'll discuss the second cardinal virtue, justice. But for now, I invite you to spend a few moments in prayer with the song, Open My Eyes, Lord. I've included the link below. And as you listen, ask Christ to open your eyes and help you recognize those ordinary moments throughout the day when you're being invited to pause, pray, discern, and practice prudence. Until next time, pray, practice, persevere, and God bless you.